Hey, yo, what up? BLK and this motherfucker's gonna be okay in this motherfucker. Like, comment, subscribe, share, dislike, do all that. Do something though. Show some love, right? And so ask yourself, right? Are you raising your kid up? Are you raising your kids to, just take anything from anybody? Are you raising your kids to be bullied? Are you raising your kids to, because you got to think, right? Why do bullies exist? For one. For two, why would they be targeting you or your children? You know? And for three, like, why would the movie Diary of a Wimpy Kid exist? Right? So, I got to thinking. And I like to deal with all the psychological aspects of life. I just do. I don't know why, I just do. I'm just, I like to be psychologically sound, so to speak. And so I started thinking, like, because you got to think, right? When your parents raised you, right, they told you to, respect them and respect your elders. You know what I'm saying? Respect everybody who's older than you. Even though this person may be a rapist, whatever, a pedophile, this person could just be a terrible person, Even though all of these things, right, you still must respect your elders, right? So, my thing is this. When you tell your kids that, right, you're telling them to accept values. You're telling them to accept everything that that person would consider valuable, right? And in doing this, right, you because these people, they say, hey, where your mama and your dad at? Cause I don't deal with kids. I don't play with kids, right? They say I don't play with kids because you're gonna hurt their ego. You know what I'm saying? A kid is a grown person, quote unquote, is not gonna be able to take it in their heart if a child tells them to their face, you broke, you a bum, you living here, you ain't got nothing going, you ain't going nowhere. You feel what I'm saying? They not gonna be able to take it in their heart. So with a lot of people, and the parents know this because the parents can't take it in their heart, right? So they tell their kids, hey, don't do that. Don't disrespect them, quote unquote. That's a form of disrespect. Disrespect is something that there is no real definition for it, you know what I'm saying? It's subjective. So, when you do that, and a lot of people whoop their kids, for things that they doing in their life. When they disrespect them, like if the kid talks back or the kid says something that's looked at as slick, the kids get a whooping. They get in trouble, things start happening, right? And so what you're doing is you're embedding that idea or that mind frame into their mainframe. You know what I'm saying? And so they grow up, and what happens is you're making them I don't want to say repulse. You're making them suppress, right? You're making them suppress how they truly feel on the inside. You know what I'm saying? So if the kid say something, you don't talk back to me. Don't get slick with me. You know I raised you. I take you. I brought you in this world. I take you. All that extra stuff, right? You know, you're trying to implant fear into your child, for one. You know what I mean? And so what the child does is they grow up and they never understand this fear that makes them feel like, oh, I shouldn't talk to this grown person in a disrespectful kind of way. You know what I'm saying? And not to say, oh, there needs to be disrespect that is given to these elders by these children. But what I am saying is there needs to be a respect that's given to the children by the grown-ups as well. Because these children, right, you literally, you're psychologically damaging these people because they can't, and they get in relationships and they can't truly express themselves because for so many years they've been beaten down for speaking up and speaking upon something that they feel worthy. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they going out of their way to do certain things. Now, it speaks to your character when your child says something to you or your nephew or niece or whomever says something to you and you're offended solely by how old this person is. You know what I'm saying? It's not about what they said, it's about the age. You know what I mean? And it's like you're trying to give them a history lesson or a lesson, you know what I'm saying, based on why you're in a quote-unquote position that you're in today, when in actuality, you know deep down in your soul that it's only your fault why you're in this position. So you look at them, you look at the child and feel like they're attacking you, when in actuality, that child is a reflection of you, right? So the child is going to say what your subconscious mind is already thinking because there's no filter on the child. You understand what I'm saying? The subconscious mind is the child. You feel me? So the child replicates the subconscious mind. The child speaks what it sees, what he or she sees. You feel me? So be aware that, bro. Like Jeeps. Over and over again. So, sorry, y'all. I'm just seeing something go on right before my eyes. So, yeah, look. Basically punishing your children for speaking up against you, yourself, is doing a disservice to your child. Facts. Because your child, right, is bearing the energy that you need to survive on this planet. You feel what I'm saying? So if you want your child to be an outspoken person, and you want them to stand up for themselves and defend themselves, what you want to do is, I'm not saying applaud what they doing if they blatantly disrespecting you. But what I am saying is give them a little bit of space to where they can freely speak their mind without you feeling like you being attacked. You know what I'm saying? And you do that just by listening. You don't have to take an action when something happens. When you feel like they're disrespect, you don't have to take an action. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. A lot of people feel like an action has to come behind every word. You know what I'm saying? It's not that serious. You can just live your life. You feel me? So, yeah, just take that into consideration, bro. You all your children got. And that's why a lot of y'all children running away from y'all, you know what I'm saying, fighting y'all back. When your child, right, when your child is fighting back or fighting you,